Hello, I'm Elizabeth Jackson, and we're going to discuss Henry VIII. As we grew up, we were all told the stories of Cinderella and Prince Charming, and we all led to believe that if we got married to Prince Charming, we'd live a happily ever after. This is not true in Henry VIII's case. He had 6 wives. His first wife, he had Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. And Catherine of Aragon married King Henry in 1509. They were married for 24 years. In this marriage, they produced one daughter that lived and carried the name Queen Mary I, and was also known as Bloody Mary. She intended to bring back the Catholic faith to England, and that's why she was Bloody Mary. She beheaded many Protestant believers. Anne Boleyn was King Henry's second wife. They married in 1533. After many pregnancies, she only produced one living daughter, Queen Elizabeth I. King Henry accused her of adultery in 1536. In 1536, and had her beheaded. Jane Seymour was his third wife. They married in 1536, shortly after the beheading of Anne Boleyn. She had given birth to one son, King Edward, and 2 weeks after his birth, she died. They don't know if it was from childbed fever or from a C-section. It's not very clear. And you can look that up at tudorhistory.org. Jane Seymour and King Henry were only married for 1 year. His fourth wife was Anne of Cleves. They married in January 1504. They'd never seen each other. It was an arranged marriage with Germany. And when he did meet her, he decided that she was too ugly and he didn't want to stay married to her. So they divorced in July of 1540. So they were only married for 7 months. Catherine Howard married King Henry in 1540. She was only 17 when they married. They never had any children between the two of them, and she was also the first cousin of Anne Boleyn. She was also accused of adultery and beheaded 2 years after their marriage. Catherine Parr was his last wife. She was married twice before. She had no children of her own. She reinstated his relationships with Queen Mary and Queen Elizabeth. She was the second longest wife he was married to. They were only married for 4 years, and he had passed in 1547. So, in the 1500s, there was no happily ever after. There was no Prince Charming.